Good evening. Thank you very much. It's indeed an honor and a privilege to be with you here this evening. I always enjoy welcoming the governors here to the White House. This is always a big week, a big event, and always great to have you guys in town here as you have your winter meeting here. It's an honor to stand here before the National Governors Association. It's a group that represents the best of American leadership. This gathering is about more than just titles and positions. It's about the shared responsibility we all hold to serve the people who entrusted us with their hopes, their challenges, and their future. Before I go any further, I want to recognize the outstanding leadership that has guided this association forward. Governor Spencer Cox of Utah. Where are you at, Spencer? I want to thank you for your service as chair. Your leadership has been a testament to the power of bipartisanship and collaboration, qualities that are more important now than ever before. Governor Jared Polis of Colorado. Jared, where are you? Your dedication as vice chair has been invaluable. You brought energy, ideals, and a commitment to progress that doesn't go unnoticed. Every governor here understands what leadership truly means. And given the events of the last month, I began to really question if some people really understand what leadership truly is. It's not just about passing laws, or may I say, writing executive orders. It's about making sure that the roads are paved, the schools are open, the lights stay on, and the people feel safe and supported in their communities. You're on the front lines, leading when it matters most, whether it's responding to natural disasters, tackling public health crisis, or driving economic growth in our states. You're the problem solvers, you're the visionaries, and you're the reason why this nation keeps moving forward. And you really are. You guys are on the front lines. You are down at the state level. And so much has happened in the course of the last month. And it 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 puzzles me what's going on in in politics right now. You know, and you've heard me say this. You know, when you're elected to this office or any office here in Washington, you're here to represent the American people. A lot of people have said that this last election there was a mandate. There was no mandate. They said it was a landslide. There was no landslide. Yeah, may have won the swing states, but here's the deal. You still have to govern with what you won by. It's no mandate and it's no landslide. Now as president, I believe our greatest responsibilities and our greatest opportunities lie in two critical areas: education and infrastructure. Investing in America's future through education. First, let's talk about education. The future of our country is written in our classrooms. Every child, no matter their zip code, their background, or their family's income, deserves access to a high quality education. That has always been my belief since day one in this administration, and it will always be my belief until the very last day of this administration. It will always be my priority. I don't care what zip code you live in. I don't care what side of the city you live in. Each child in this country deserves an education, and each child in this country deserves to go to their parents deserve to send them to the school of their choice. We need to make sure that our kids are prepared for the future, and that starts with investing in our schools, supporting our teachers, and making education a national priority. I know many of you are already leading the charge in your states, expanding pre-K programs, improving literacy rates, and increasing funding for public schools. And I want to thank you for that work because education is where opportunity begins. In every classroom, in every school across this country. Every day, there's a future senator, there's a future astronaut, there's a future scientist, there's the future of our country that is in our classrooms. And it's up to each and every one of those teachers to prepare them, because there will come a time in our nation's history, and there'll come a time that we won't be around to govern. We have to get this next generation prepared to govern. I've seen it. There are leaders in these schools. I've seen it at elementary school in Texas. There are true leaders ready to take the helm, and we must get them ready. But we cannot stop there. We need to ensure that higher education and career training are accessible to every American. That means strengthening our community colleges, expanding vocational training, and supporting partnerships between businesses and schools to give students the skills they need for the jobs of tomorrow. I believe in making college more affordable and making sure that career and technical education is not just an alternative, it's a pathway to success. When we invest in education, we're not just preparing students for jobs, we're preparing them to lead, to innovate, and to build a stronger America. Building America's infrastructure for the next generation, and that is the second cornerstone of that is infrastructure, and that is the future of our country. Infrastructure, we all know that it's about more than jobs. It's more than about roads and bridges. It's about connecting people to opportunity. It's about building the foundation that allows our economy to grow and our communities to thrive. Thanks to the bipartisan law, we've already seen historic investments across the nation. Roads are being prepared, bridges are being rebuilt, ports are being modernized, and broadband internet is reaching communities that have been left behind for far too long. Roads are being reconstructed in my home city of DeSoto. You've heard me talk about this time and time again. We have a major thoroughfare, Hampton Road, that is getting ready for a massive infrastructure revitalization program. And it's due to this program. It's due to these programs investing in our country, investing in our city, investing in our state that makes these things possible. But there's more to do. And really, there is a lot to do. It's more than just the topics I talked about today. And I need your partnership to get it done. Together, we can rebuild not just what's broken, but build for the future. That means modernizing public transit, expanding clean energy infrastructure, and ensuring every family has access to clean drinking water. Infrastructure is about creating jobs, good paying union jobs, to support families and boost local economies. It's about laying down the tracks, literally and figuratively, for the next generation of innovation and progress. And let's not forget that investing in infrastructure is also about resilience. We need to make sure our communities are prepared for the effects of climate change, whether it's stronger levees, wildfire prevention measures, or modernized energy grids that can withstand extreme weather events, working together for a stronger America. That's what it is. And we've seen extreme weather events. We've seen wildfires on the West Coast. My home state of Texas has seen extreme cold. And fortunately, this time in Texas, our power grid made it through. But it's all because the work that you do at the state level, the work that we do here in D.C. at the national level, that we're able to do these things. I just don't understand why there's people out there who want to get rid of these programs. Why would somebody run for office who wants to cut the Department of Education? Why does somebody who wants to run for office want to get rid of infrastructure programs? I don't get it. I don't understand it. We're brought here to the nation's capital to make the nation better, not to destroy it. Governors, I know that none of this is easy. The challenges we face are real and the stakes are high, but I also know that when we work together, there's nothing that we can't achieve. One of President Biden's favorite quotes, and I like saying this, we are the United States of America. There's nothing Nothing we can't do if we can do it, if we do it together. That's the spirit that brought us here today. It isn't about party lines. It's about partnerships. It's about building a future where every American, no matter where they live, has the opportunity to succeed. My administration stands ready to work with each and every one of you to strengthen our education system, rebuild our infrastructure, and create opportunities for all Americans. Whether it's funding our public schools, grants for infrastructure projects, or resources to strengthen your workforce and our workforce, we are committed to giving you the tools you need to make your vision for a state, your state, a reality. I want to close by saying this. Leadership isn't about the easy days. It's about the tough ones. It's about making the hard decisions, standing up for what's right, and never losing sight of the people who put their trust in you. And I think that's something that happens way too often in this city. We get up here and we forget about the people who elected us here. We get lost somehow when we cross that bridge from Virginia, when we land at Reagan Airport. We forget about where we came from. We're all tied up. We're all tied up in the game that is Washington politics. It's time for us to remember who elected us, who sent us here, and whose work we're doing. Again, I want to thank you for your leadership, your service, and unwavering commitment to this country. Together, let's continue to build a stronger, fairer, and more prosperous America for every citizen. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America, and may you protect our troops. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.